The global water crisis is no longer a distant warning, but a rapidly unfolding reality that is beginning to affect millions of people across the world. In 2026, the question is no longer whether water scarcity will happen, but how severe it will become and how quickly it will impact everyday life. Water, which has always been considered a basic and abundant resource, is now turning into one of the most valuable and limited necessities on Earth across different regions of the world. The signs of this crisis are becoming impossible to ignore. Rivers that once flowed strongly throughout the year are now shrinking or completely drying up. Lakes that supported entire communities are disappearing, and groundwater reserves that took thousands of years to form are being drained at an alarming rate. This situation is being driven by a combination of factors that are all intensifying at the same time. Climate change is one of the most powerful forces behind the global water crisis. Rising global temperatures are increasing evaporation rates, which means that water is disappearing faster from rivers, lakes, and soil. At the same time, rainfall patterns are becoming unpredictable. Some regions are experiencing extreme droughts while others face intense floods that do not effectively replenish water supplies. Instead of steady rainfall that can be absorbed into the ground, sudden heavy storms often lead to runoff, which wastes precious water. Another major factor is the rapid growth of the global population. As more people are born, the demand for water increases, not just for drinking but also for food production, sanitation industry, and energy generation. Cities are expanding at an unprecedented rate, placing enormous pressure on existing water systems. In many developing countries, infrastructure is not strong enough to keep up with this growth, leaving millions of people without reliable access to clean water. Agriculture plays a huge role in this crisis because it uses the majority of the world's freshwater resources. Farmers rely heavily on irrigation to grow crops, especially in regions where rainfall is insufficient. However, inefficient irrigation methods often result in massive water waste. In some cases, water is extracted from underground aquifers faster than it can be naturally replenished, leading to long-term depletion that may take decades or even centuries to recover. Water pollution is making the situation even worse. Industrial waste, chemicals, agricultural runoff, and plastic pollution are contaminating rivers, lakes, and groundwater supplies. This means that even when water is available, it may not be safe for human consumption. Cleaning polluted water requires advanced treatment systems, which are expensive and not available in many parts of the world. As a result, millions of people are forced to rely on unsafe water sources, which leads to serious health problems. The economic impact of the global water crisis is also becoming more visible. Water scarcity affects agriculture, which in turn affects food supply. When crops fail due to lack of water, food prices rise, making it harder for people to afford basic necessities. Industries that depend on water, such as manufacturing and energy production, may also face disruptions, leading to slower economic growth and job losses. In some regions, the shortage of water is already leading to social tension. Communities are competing for limited resources, and governments are under increasing pressure to manage water distribution fairly on a larger scale. Shared rivers and water sources between countries are becoming points of conflict. Experts warn that if the situation continues to worsen, water could become a major cause of geopolitical tension in the future. Despite the seriousness of the crisis, there are potential solutions that could help reduce its impact. Technology is playing an important role in addressing water scarcity. Desalination plants are being developed to convert seawater into drinking water. Although this process requires significant energy and investment, water recycling systems are also becoming more advanced, allowing wastewater to be treated and reused for agriculture and industrial purposes. Smart water management systems are being introduced to monitor and control water usage more efficiently. Sensors and data analytics can help detect leaks, optimize irrigation, and reduce unnecessary waste. Governments are also promoting conservation efforts, encouraging people to use water more responsibly in their daily lives. Small actions such as reducing water usage, fixing leaks, and adopting efficient appliances can collectively make a significant difference. However, solving the global water crisis will require cooperation at every level, from individuals to governments to international organizations. Policies must be implemented to regulate water usage, protect natural resources, and invest in sustainable infrastructure, education, and awareness are also crucial so that people understand the importance of conserving water and the consequences of ignoring the problem. The future of water will depend on the decisions made today. If action is taken quickly and effectively, it may be possible to manage the crisis and ensure that everyone has access to clean water. But if the current trends continue without significant change, the world could face a future where water shortages become a daily reality for billions of people. The idea that the world could run out of drinking water may sound extreme, but the warning signs are already visible. The global water crisis is not just an environmental issue, it is a challenge that affects health, food security, economic stability, and global peace. It is a reminder that even the most essential resources cannot be taken for granted and must be protected for future generations.